Hello, hello. Happy Sunday, everyone. If this is your first time joining me, my name is Kim Dent, and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I've been a demonstrator for almost 21 years. I live in Maryland Heights, Missouri. I've been married to my sweet hubby for 40 years. We have two great kids, Kyle, and he is married to Kelly Jane, and then our sweet daughter, Kelly Nicole, and she is the newlywed. Her and Mike got married in December. So that's a little bit about me. My other job, I don't say this very often, but I always like to share it. My job, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday, I'm a church secretary in Maryland Heights, Missouri, at a Lutheran church called Zion Lutheran Church. That is where I hold my monthly stamp classes. I've been doing them since, I think 12 years up at the church, but I did it for many years in my home until we outgrew my home. If you're interested in stamping with me, we stamp on the second Friday and Saturday of every month. Next month's classes are Friday, May 13th and Saturday the 14th. I hold two classes on Saturday at 9 a.m. and 1 p.m. So all three classes, we stamp 5 cards. The first time you come, you're absolutely free. After that, the class fee is $10, but if you spend $25 before shipping and tax, or if you bring a new friend to class, I give you a $5 class credit. Everything is cut and neatly organized. There's always laughter in the room when my stampers are stamping it up. So if you're interested, please contact me. You can contact me through my email, stlouisstamper@yahoo.com, or if you belong to my Facebook group, Stamping with Kim Dent, just comment below. I read all of the comments after the Facebook Live. Or I also have a YouTube channel, so if you're interested in hopping on over to YouTube and watching, I'm getting ready to do some short videos, some techniques, and some different cards. So it won't be the Facebook Live replay. It'll be like a 10 or 15 minute short video. So that's Stamping with Kim Dent. Also, I'd love for you to subscribe and hit that notification button so that you know when I post a video. Hello, hello. Thank you everyone for tuning in tonight. Say hi. I'm gonna sync my laptop, so just give me a second. How is everyone? It is a beautiful day out there, isn't it? I think I looked, it was almost 80 degrees at one point. Crazy. And on Friday, oh my goodness, looking out my office window, I have large windows that look out into our beautiful cemetery. And at one point it looked like there was a blizzard. It was crazy. Who would have thought? So, yeah, but 77 I think I saw today. So, yay for spring, except you can tell my voice if you've watched me before. Oops. Yay for spring, except if you can hear my voice, or if you've watched me before, allergies are definitely messing with me, which I know they are almost everyone we talk to. It's like, I don't know, crazy allergies. Oh my goodness. Well, Kathy in North Dakota, getting ready for a big storm. Oh, boo. Boo for snow. I don't know. You all up there you're tough. You are tough. We get some crazy snow, but nothing like in North Dakota. Hello, Allison. It was a beautiful day, a beautiful evening. Hello, Liz. Liz Boyer, I have an order for you. So if you want it, just give me a call and we'll figure out a way to connect, okay? And I hope you get to come to May's stamp classes. Let me see. Hello, Gail. Oh, the comments are flying by. All right. And oh, thank you, Peggy. Oh my goodness. Your table on Friday night, that they should pay extra to sit at Peggy's table because they laugh and stamp the night away. Hi, Sandy. Oh, thank you. Hi, Jill. All right. I think I'm tuned in and synced up and everything looks great. So if you saw my Facebook post just a little bit ago, I unboxed. I was going to do it like the other demonstrators do it, where they unbox their pre-order. I actually have this one that I'm going to show you tonight, and I have another one coming this week. So this is kind of like I don't know, what should I call it? A little bit of sweetness out of the new catalog, which reminds me, I handed out at my stamp classes here in Maryland Heights the brand new catalog. So if you weren't able to attend, please contact me if you live here in the area. Now, like Shirley, who lives down in Peevely, her catalog is being mailed to her. My customers out in Washington, I've got a couple in Illinois, and some here in the area, but they don't get out much. So your catalogs are coming straight to your mailbox. But if you are if you are in my area and you weren't at stamp classes this weekend, please send me a message. Or if you're brand new to watching my Facebook Lives, I am more than happy to send out the new annual catalog, which starts on, I think it's May 3rd. And so the items that I'm going to show you, that's what I'm talking about tonight, that just arrived. They are from this new annual catalog that is so good. It is so good. The demonstrators, my friends that have been demonstrators for, some of them about the same time as me, some of them longer than me, some of them have just joined. We all agree it is a beautiful catalog. It's bright. The samples are good. On the inside, they're large, so you can copy them. The in colors, which I'm going to show you, that's one of the things that I always pre-order first. So good. So let's see. I think before I get started, or no, I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to flip the camera around. So hang on tight. I wish I didn't have to do this, but it's part of it. So since I'm not a professional, all right, let me scoot this out of the way. I hope I did it correctly. Did I hit all the buttons? Yeah. Let me scoot this out of the way. All right, this is your reminder that if you would like to see or place an order, please go to my website, kimdent.stampinup.net. This host code that I have, that helps me out, and it is oh my God, why does this one trip me up? WUWJ6NX7, and I will probably only have this particular code for maybe 1 or 2 more days. If your order is $149.99 or less, please use this code. It helps me out. If your order is $150 or more, do not use this code. You'll have when you hit $150, you receive Stampin' rewards, or hostess rewards, or freebies, we call them. So don't use this code. But there's my website. There's lots of things on there that you can take a look at, and also you can always order online. You can always also give me a call or send me an email or a text or a Facebook comment. Facebook Messenger works great, and let me know that you would like me to place your order for you, whether you want me to send it directly to your home, or you would like me to send it along with the orders that I place every month, and then somehow we can connect. If it's a smaller order, it'll save you a little bit on shipping. So here we go. I do have a bunch of cards to show you tonight, but I can't stand it. I'm gonna show you what I received out of the annual catalog, the new one that starts May 2022 through April of 2023. Isn't it pretty? And I hope all of you who received it this weekend love it as much as I do. Now remember, I can't share what's on the inside of the catalog, but Stampin' Up! Allows me to share products that I received, like in what I'm going to do tonight, are also, I'll be stamping samples, cards to show you all. And then when it gets a little bit closer, I'll be stamping, we'll be stamping with products, all brand new products out of this catalog. So here we go. So the in colors, I want to show you those first. And they are so funny, the names. Here we go. Parakeet Party, Starry Sky, Sweet Sorbet, Orchid Oasis. Isn't that funny? Orchid Oasis, and Tahitian Tide. For those of you who have been with me for a long time, this is, I wish I had an old Tempting Turquoise ink pad, but I think this is like a new and updated version of Tempting Turquoise. So aren't they pretty? They're bright and oh so colorful. Here's something that I did while I was waiting to go live. I cut out cardstock. So this one is Sweet Sorbet. What are you thinking? Give me a thumbs up if you like these. This is a good color for strawberries, don't you think? Sweet Sorbet. Okay, watch this. This one is Poppy Parade. And this one is Real Red. What do you think? So it just complements these two colors. Sometimes when we see it in the catalog, you know, you're like, oh, it doesn't, why would I get, you know, Sweet Sorbet? Because I've got Poppy Parade. But you can see they're definitely different. All right. So the lighter, this one is Sweet Sorbet. Watch this one. This is Parakeet Party. I love the name. Parakeet Party. My bird loving friends, they love this. Look at this one. Bazinga. That's what I think. And my friend Allison, I think she says that, don't you, Allison? Bazinga. All right, watch this one. This is Granny Apple Green. So you can see it's darker. This one is Pear Pizzazz. So it's actually on the lighter side. But do you see how nice those complement each other? Or the Parakeet Party, Granny Apple, and then Pear Pizzazz on the lighter side. So that's that one. This one is Starry Sky. I love it. If you were at stamp class this weekend, you probably heard me say I'm still going to be mourning the loss of Misty Moonlight, but these blues make it a little bit better. So Starry Sky. This one is Night of Navy. And then here, the one that I'm mourning, there's Misty Moonlight. So Starry Sky is definitely on the brighter side of all three of those, but it looks great. I also wanted to show you, this is Bashful Blue is like from 20 years ago. This is Balmy Blue. So let's pull out Misty Moonlight. Look how pretty that looks together. All right, the next one is Orchid Oasis. This is, you know, you think, I obviously thought purple, Orchid Oasis, but it does have a lot of blue in it. Look at it next to Starry Sky. It's lighter, but it's definitely got that, it's got some purples, but it's definitely got the blue tones also. But there's Orchid Oasis. And then this one is Highland Heather. And this one is Gorgeous Grape. So those three look really pretty together. Orchid Oasis. And the last one, which if my friend Cheryl Spencer, who loves all things turquoise, this is Tahitian Tide. Where'd Tahitian Tide go? Did I not have it out here? Or is it under here? Oh my goodness. It's here, girls. I've just been playing so much. Well, here you go. This is Tahitian Tide. And isn't that crazy? Tahitian Tide. This is Pool Party. This one is Pacific Point. So that these two are colors that we already have. Watch how Tahitian Tide makes it pop. Do you love it? I do. Yes, Karen, you are definitely right. Definitely on the bright colors are in for 2022, 2024, because remember, we'll have these colors for 2 years and then they go away. And I know, oh, here it is. Look, girls, silly me. There's Tahitian Tide. All right. So I just wanted you to see like a color comparison. I thought that would be more fun than watching me pull stuff out of the box. The other thing I want to show you is this is, you know how every year we get packs, 6x6 packs of in colors. Look at how pretty. So Tahitian Tide, I love, love, love the patterns this year. I hope they're showing up nicely on my camera. Look at this plaid, and look at the flip side. Polka dots. I love the polka dots. What do you think? Do you love polka dots? And then this one is floral. Sweet little floral pattern. But on the flip side, there's that. Remember last week when I was talking about the Grand Slam, that card, the Zeke Fold, the baseball card, and I thought it looks like pillow ticking, and so I looked up pillow ticking. This kind of kind of has that pattern of pillow ticking, which they made pillows with a long time ago. It's got the pattern, but definitely not in Tahitian Tide. This is Orchid Oasis. Ah, I love the polka dots. Here's Parakeet Party. Pinstripe, yeah. Pinstripe is a good way to put it, Brenda. Polka dots and pinstripes. Plaid and the little floral. And then Sweet Sorbet. And then Starry Sky. This one really pops, doesn't it? And there's the pinstripes. All right. There's that. Okay, this is with the ink pads. This is just something I've learned my lesson. Learned my lesson a while ago, girls, and this is why I always hop on this bandwagon. When I order my ink pads, whether it's in a pre-order or if I'm just ordering one ink pad, one new color, I always order the re-inkers. I feel like this is what happens, and I'm talking from experience. You start making cards with your ink pad and you get in this groove and you're like, oh, I'm pulling Orchid Oasis, or I'm going to make 10 Orchid Oasis cards, and you start using this all the time. There is nothing worse than pulling out your Orchid Oasis to use on a card and it's dry. There's nothing more frustrating than trying to stamp a beautiful image on a card, which you know is going to work out, but because your ink pad is dry and you do not have the re-inker, it's so frustrating. So I just got in the habit a long time ago. Whenever I order an ink pad, I always order the re-inker. It's a couple dollars, and it just makes the life of your ink pad go on forever, and not forever, but it makes it usable for a very, very long time. That's one of the things also that I want to tell you about I've occasionally will hear people talking about buying stamp pads from big box stores like Hobby Lobby or Joann's or Michael's, and they don't get the benefit of purchasing a re-inker. So when they use their ink pads from the big box stores and they go dry, what do they have to do? Pitch them, because they don't have anything to bring it back to life. So that was one of the things way back in the day, 20 something years ago, that sold me on Stampin' Up stamp pads. I also like to get, here's my regular Stampin' Right markers. Haven't pulled these out, but remember, Stampin' Right markers, They're fun, especially with red rubber. If you want to color an image, you can add multiple images. Like let's say I want to make a flower and I'm going to use Tahitian Tide, Starry Night, and Orchid Oasis. I can color directly onto that red rubber, and then I can huff on it like Darth Vader and stamp on it. And then one flower can have multiple colors. So that's the benefit, one of the many, many, many benefits of Stampin' Write markers. And also there's nothing more fun than having, you know, like let's say my Sweet Sorbet card and signing it in Sweet Sorbet. So that's another thing, like because it's fine tip and brush tip on either end. It's always fun to sign your name with the coordinating color, because I'm all about the matchies. And then here are my new blends. I put a rubber band around them because I was afraid they would go flying. I cannot wait to use these. And Jill, I will give a tutorial about re-inking a pad. Let's see, I don't have one. I won't do it tonight, but I will definitely do it. Maybe that'll be my first YouTube video, short video. I've loaded my videos up on YouTube, but they've always been the Facebook Lives. So here we go. I'm going to show you. This is a floral, Happiness Abounds. Lovely stamp set, beautiful words. It's florals, so you know Kim Dent has to have it. The words, though, look at the cute font. Happy birthday. You can never have enough happy birthdays. Sending many thanks for all you do. Congratulations. This is beautiful, but wait till you see the DSP. I didn't cut this. You know, normally I cut my DSP down so that you all can see it. I'm going to move my camera up a little higher. Oh my goodness. Do you all see this? Oh my, let's see. How's it look? Ah. To all of my friends who love floral, you have to get, it's the coordinating DSP. It is called Hues of Happiness. Watch this. So this is why I didn't cut it, because I thought if I cut it to 6x6, you're not going to get the full beautifulness of it. Here's the flip side, little X's with all different tones. So that's the first one. I know, Peggy. And this one is sweet. I don't know. I immediately looked at this and thought, oh, that it would be so sweet for like a little girl card. And look at this. Ah! Oh my goodness. Gorgeousness. Here's another one. The Starry Night. I bet Orchid Oasis. I don't know if Sweet Sorbet's in here. It's just yumminess. And then this one, I love this one. So sweet and simple. Look at girls. Oh, I just love it. This looks like, I don't know if you can see it, but it looks like it has actually, like it was painted on a canvas. It's got a canvas texture to it. I do. Thank you, Paula. I love it too. Hi, how are ya? And then here's another one. Oh, this also looks like it's painted on a canvas. It looks like there's brush strokes on it. And then here a little larger. I bet there's, so I have dies. I bet one of those dies cuts out these images. And then there it is in the purples. Okay, let me see if I can bring in some more light. I'm just working with a little light and a little umbrella thing, so it is hard to get it when you don't have a professional. Sorry about that. All right, and here's, let's see, that's that one. And then here it is. This looks like maybe some Daffodil Delight and Crushed Curry. And there it is. In the pinks, looks like a little bit of Petal Pink and Melon Mambo, Polish Pink maybe. All right, so there's that one. I also have a coordinating set of dies that go with it. I open them up. Yeah, there you can see this one definitely is going to coordinate or be able to cut out the DSP. But look at this. Aren't they fun? And then this one I bet is going to make a beautiful background kind of texture. There's that. So this is the first one that out of the, like the bundles or the sweets, I wanted it all. Happiness Abounds. And then if you know me and you know what my son does, Kyle, my son, and my daughter-in-law own a restaurant called Shamrocks. And so you can only imagine, for all my family and friends, I flipped when I saw Brewed for You. I can't wait. Sometimes Kyle does watch my YouTube videos. So Kyle, if you're watching, I can't wait to make a card out of Brewed for You with this set and look at it. It's got the mug, I owe you one, and then in parentheses, or several, another round for your birthday, and this one cracks me up. OL yes. That's kind of... But it's got, oh gosh, I don't even know the correct terms, but my son, the craft beer, he sells a bunch of craft beer. This is, I know there's, oh, I can't think of the name of it. Rick Dent, if you're watching, this is, I can't remember what, growler. It's a growler. Woo! It came through. So, and then the bubbles to go on the top. And this also has a coordinating set of dies. Oh, and I do know what this is because Kyle and Kelly Jane gave me a couple years ago. Do you see this one? Every year my kids give me, almost every year, they give me an ornament to put on our tree. He gave me one, I think it was last year or the year before. It was a funny little thing, and I thought, what is it? It was a hops, like a hops that they make beer from. And that's what this little guy is right here. That little guy is like a little hops, what they make beer from. I have to do my beer research, but that cracked me up. And then here we go. This one I was excited about. It is called Limited Edition. And when you sell, like let's say I was going to do a craft show and sell cards, Stampin' Up! Requires everyone to have the copyright and the Stampin' Up! Logo on the back of your cards. I was more excited because I love the sayings, and it's been a long time since we have had stamps for the back of our cards. So handcrafted from the heart, a one-of-a-kind creation. This one doesn't have the logo. A paper hug from me to you, just for you, limited edition, and hand stamped with an adorable little stamp. So I was very excited about seeing this one and getting it. And then the last one, I talked about mourning the loss of Stitch So Sweetly dies yesterday. This is called Stylish Shapes Dies. And look at it. Circles, more with stitching. I think it's stitching. I hope it's stitching. And then squares, and then 4 banners. I was very excited about these because we haven't had like squares. I think they took the squares away, I think last year or the year before. We've got circles, but they don't have stitching on them. So, and then these sweet banners. So how fun. That's all I have for tonight to show you. But like I said, this week, more goodness is coming. All right, let me get this new pre-order stuff out of the way. And I'm going to bring in the cards that we made at the stamp class. I'm going to show you all of them, and then we're going to make 2 of them. So this one was a big hit, and I made it, I think it was last week on the Facebook Live, the Z Fold, or maybe it was 2 weeks ago. I want to tell you, after I did this, so this set and the punch, retiring, and I found out like 15 minutes before I did the Saturday morning class, Turtle and Friends in the English version has sold out. There's the coordinating punch and then the stamp set. But I had 2 ladies who were so crazy about these images, the images from Turtle and Friends, There's a French version, and so they both ordered the French version. They said they love these little turtles so much that they ordered the French version. So if you're sad because you didn't get the English version, I know Sandy was very sad, but you know, and you want just the turtles, you can get that in the French version. But your words will be French. So that's the other thing that they were saying. The words are so cute. This is just 2 of the stamps. Hello, little one, and you are turtly loved. That was one of the cards. The other card, oh, I wanted to show you this because this arrived. So this was a card we did at the team meeting. It's a very easy card using Ocean Front and New Horizons die. It's just a fun way to do, a little something different with a 5.5 by 4 1/4 card base, and then thick basic white, thick basic white cardstock, cut it 5 1/4 by 8, and then it's scored at 4. I want to show you, these came, and I had wanted these. These are pebbles, the pebble embellishments, and they are in the January through June mini catalog. Aren't they pretty? I am going to show you, watch this. So mine, I wasn't able to get my hands on them the first go around, but I got them this weekend, and they're tough to get off. I thought I would show you just to make this card pop. If you love putting embellishments on your cards, look at this, girls. Oops, straighten that one out. What do you think? One more, because you got to have an odd number. They're fun shapes. Let's do this dark gray one. Oh, no, that's the same one. Let's do this big one. They're stuck on good. That's a good thing about our embellishments. They usually have a lot of adhesive. So there, stepped it up a little bit. Got a little bling, not bling, but pebbles on. And I think they're still available. So if you like them and you love this naturey look, get yourself a set of pebbles enamel shapes. And the next card, dun, 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 dun. This actually was, I think, the big hit of the weekend, maybe. I don't know. I got a lot of compliments. I had 2 ladies. Oh, you can't see. What are they? They're like little stones, Jill. Does that show up any better? Let's see. The pebble bling. Hey, Penny. Can you see that? There, you can see them. I'm looking on my screen. They're just enamel, shiny. This looks like cinnamon cider. This looks like maybe basic gray, and this looks like smoky slate. Pebble bling, yeah. So they're great for like, I would say like naturey, like just like this. A stone walk. I'm sure there's other ways we can use it, but I was excited to get them because I thought it went perfect with this card. All right, this one is prized peony or prized peony. This is stamped in petal pink. I see there is a glare. Goodness, what is going on? I don't know what's going on, girls. Sorry about that. Prized peony is stamped in petal pink. Let's see if we try this. How does that look? And it's cut out with a die that comes in the coordinating bundle. Oh my goodness. Sorry about this. Why in the world? I don't know why my camera's not focusing. Can you? Sorry. This is Stitched So Sweetly. This background is stitched greenery. Oh, you can't even see it. Sorry, girls. There, that looks a little better. Do you see the stitching on here? I've had this die for like a year and have never used it, and it's so easy to use. I thought it was going to be tough going through the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. It was smooth like silk. You just you know, put it in underneath the 2 plastic plates, lay your cardstock on top of it, and it goes right on through. Stitch So Sweetly is going away. This is one of them that I'm sad about. This made, I know Karen, who's watching tonight, she turned this into a beautiful sympathy card. In the stamp set, there is So Sorry for Your Loss, and Karen put it right here. It looked beautiful. Also, we have a Celebrating You stamp set that has a beautiful script, Happy Mother's Day. I know a lot of the girls were doing that. These are champagne rhinestone dies. And this was inspired by, I don't know her name, but I got the idea off of Pinterest. It really wasn't my own idea. I just kind of tweaked it and made it my own. All right, and then the last cards, which I'm going to stamp for you. This is Wildlife Wonder. This bear is beautiful. It's so amazing to me when Stampin' Up! Creates these cards or stamps, how they can get like dimension in one single stamp. So this one I'm going to make for you tonight. I also used the bark embossing folder, and then Old Olive is the layer here, and then we're going to do a little bit of blending brush on here. So I'm going to try to go a little quicker because I gabbed so much about the pre-order. I'm not going to show you the kit ahead of time, but listen carefully and I'll call out the measurements. This bark embossing folder is going away. Definitely a man card, yeah. And I think it's on sale, but it is retiring. This 3D you would use with your gray plate if you've got the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Here's the stamp set. Amazing. There's the bear, but look at an owl, a wolf, and then the words are great too. Right, I'm going to use Early Espresso and Old Olive, and I'm also going to bring in Daffodil Delight. And then here's this big old bear stamp. Let me move this out of the way. I am holding a big case on my lap, so I bet it's noisy in your ears. Sorry about that. Okay, here are the blending brushes that we use. The fun part about these, they remind me of makeup brushes, but also you can wash these out. So I would love to have one of, you know, each of my all of my Stampin' Up! Colors, but unfortunately I don't have that yet. I'm building a collection, but you can wash these out, let them dry completely, because otherwise if they're moist, they're not gonna do their job correctly. But there you can see we use this one in Daffodil and this one in Old Olive. I'm gonna set that aside. Move my embossing folder out of the way because I embossed already for you. My card base, 5.5 by 8.5. I didn't score it, which is unusual for me, but I'm just going to fold it in half. I like to use, and it's a lot easier with these big long fingernails. I take the tip of my fingernail and you put it up against the edge of the cardstock, and then here's my bone folder. I'm bringing in or putting in a nice, clean, crisp fold. The next thing I'm going to do is, here's the next layer. And I don't do this very often, but I did it on the peony card. I had a petal pink card base, and I had a petal pink layer right next to it. This is the same idea. This is 4 by 5.25. It was Early Espresso card base and Early Espresso layer. That bark embossing folder, I just thought made it look so woodsy. It's a very good set for making masculine, and the stamps are so pretty. I'm going to bring in, this is the layer I'm stamping on. It's vanilla. It's 3 1/4 by 4. Set this aside. I like to use the Pierce mat, even though I like to use it definitely with photopolymer, but I like to use it with the red rubber stamps too. Karen, you use the wolf inside. Ooh, that was a good idea. Okay. So this is a distinctive stamp. You don't want to have this stamp too juicy. Ink pad, sorry, ink pad. If it's too juicy, then you're not going to get that nice definition. I can already see a little brown on the bottom there. I must have dipped my finger. Imagine that. Oh, and you know what? I'm doing it differently than I did at class, I think. It's red rubber, so I said at class you can't see it like you can, see through it like you can the photopolymer. And so I told them to make sure that they put their, in the sample, I did the grass first, or the ground, I guess, underneath them first. And then I said, make sure you bring, I'll show you, bring the bear down low enough that he is not floating in the air. So this stamp is cool. It's got, you can see there's like little indentations where his feet go. Now this will be interesting, girls. I don't want him floating up in the air. So I'm going to bring it up higher. Instead of saying lower, I'm going to bring it up higher to see how this turns out. Oh, pretty good. Pretty good, pretty good. All right. Now, the next thing I did, let me set these to the side. I'm going to set this out of the way because here's, oops, and I'm going to bring in the correct. Here's the Old Olive that we use for Old Olive. I hope you all can see this, especially if you've never done it before. The trick to doing this is when you ink up your blending brush, I like to use circular motions. I usually have my pointer finger out like this kind of to control it. You always, always, always want to go start on the grid paper first and then go into this. And I've done this before and I'm talking too much and then I forget. So you can make it as light or as dark as you want, because if you don't do that, girls, what ends up happening is that you get like these ink. Do you remember, Paula, you remember, because you were so sweet to me. Remember that card that I did and I was talking and I can't remember what was in and then we decided it was like a sunrise in the background because it was a blob. Okay, so just remember, start off on your grid paper. And there you can see I've got a nice green tone behind it. So it adds a little something, something to it. And now I'm going to bring in Daffodil Delight and switch to my Daffodil Delight blending brush. And my camera's falling. It's one of those nights. Oh my goodness. Okay, ink it up. Start off on the grid paper. And then in circular motions, just go across. So if I wanted, I could add a couple of tones. Like I'm thinking, if I wanted like a sunset looking, I probably could have added like a pumpkin pie maybe to this. Pumpkin pie would have looked pretty and darker. But maybe this is the sunrise. There we go. Oh, I love it. Look at that, girls. So easy. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Peggy. All right. Then all I have to do now is I'm going to take my Old Olive, which is 3.5 by 4.25, and oh, so pretty. And look how quick, girls. Like once you start, once you start making cards like that, like I could just sit and make 10 of these because it's so easy to do. And then, you know what comes next? Got to pop it up. I've seen a lot of these. Brian King he's a wonderful man demonstrator down in Atlanta, Georgia. He did a really cool card that looks very similar to this, but I think he added part of the, I think one of the words that is in the set, it's like something about you're a great guy. And he stamped that kind of up in this corner. I think his the base that he stamped on was a little larger than mine. I fiddled with it when I was getting ready for stamp class, and then I just decided, nope, it looks just fine without the words. You could add all sorts, but for a quick and easy card, look at that. Now on my sample, I did sending birthday wishes, and then this sweet little, I don't know what it is, wildflowers maybe. I stamped them in brown, but I thought it looked nice. This is something I want to show you about this. Do you notice on here, like I, usually will stamp or try to get the verse right in the middle. This balances out. You don't always have to have your message on the inside directly in the middle, because I've got the image right here. You offset it and it looks great, and then I would sign right here. So there's our first card. And then the next card is this one. Look how easy or sweet it is, and it is very easy to do. It is done with the Sweet Strawberry bundle, which is going away. And it's also, let's see, this is, I also use, which I forgot to emboss. I forgot. I got so excited about my pre-order. I'll show you. This piece right here is embossed with the checked embossing folder. So the card, hold on, let me get the kit. The card base is Poppy Parade, and it is 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. And then the next layer is Basic Black, and it is 4 by 5 1/4. There we go. I'm just going to stamp as we go along. So 4 1/4 by 11, Poppy Parade. I'm going to fold it in half. Use my long fingernail to get the edges all even. And then, my goodness, my layer of Basic Black. I go through a lot of Basic Black. Do you all seem to do that? A lot of white, a lot of Basic Black. I love reds with Basic Black. Okay, and then, and I don't have it with me, but it is, oh, sorry about that, girls. This piece right here, it's a skinny mini, it's a skinny mini embossing folder that you get. I just ordered it for someone this afternoon. You get the check embossing folder, and you get dots. You get 2 in a set. They were on sale for $6.40. How about that? So tonight, this one will just be plain. And this one was 3 3/4 by 5. Oh, get it on there even, Kim. The next layer is another layer of Basic Black, 1 3/4 by 5. Duh. And then Pattern Party, it's part of a pack that is in the back of our catalog. It's a host reward. I love it. I'm sad that it's going away. 1 1/2 inches by 5 inches. Look at the flip side. This is the pattern that coordinates with the Pretty Flowers embossing folder. So if you love it, you want to make sure you place your order by, I guess it is May 2nd, May 1st. It has to be $150 or more. You can't just purchase it. You've got to have Stampin' rewards. All right. This piece, oh my goodness, girls, I did what? I'm gabbing. Let's see. I've got it. What I forgot to say is, on that Basic Black layer, you could punch out your, I'm going to use the Label Me Lovely. This punch, on that black layer, I could have punched it out and I wouldn't have had to punch like another piece because it's covered up. You know, do you see what I'm saying? So I was afraid I was going to do that. So I did a spare one just in case. So one of these, you're going to punch it out. It gives the illusion. You're going to cut it in half like that. Set that aside. Then you're going to do it a second time with white. Set that aside. Then we're going to bring in, I'm going to stamp, I thought this was, I did on this sample, Hello There. This is out of the strawberry stamp set, which I forgot to show. There it is. Sweet strawberry. This is going away. Hello There. That's kind of like just a note. You know, you can always use a hello, you know, hello or just a note, just to let somebody you're thinking about them. I also used on this one for a Mother's Day card, hope you have a wonderful Mother's Day. That's from Welcoming Window, which is going away. So we're going to use Hello There. And it is photopolymer, so I'm going to bring in my Pierce mat. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Paula. Anything does pop against black. Purples. Those bright new colors are going to look fantastic against black. Ooh, that turned out good. All right, I'm covering up my memento because if I don't, you know what's going to happen. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take and just put a little bit of adhesive, my seal adhesive, and this is how I like to do it. I take this part, the top one, and I'm just going to set it up against the black one, like that, and then I did the same thing on the bottom. And then it gives the illusion that you've got like two different punches, but really you're just using one. Isn't that a fantastic little tip? All right, this gets dimensionals. And against this. This is so sweet. Sweet strawberry is, I remember when it first came out, we were all crazy about it. And then I haven't used it for a long time. But when I pull it out, you know, to use it like this, I'm like, oh, I'm going to keep this one. So that's so cute. I can't get rid of it. All right, I'm going to bring in my Poppy Parade as well as my Garden Green stamp pads. Bring in some Poppy Parade. This is just a scrap, you know. I did it. I do want to share this tip though. Pay attention, just like when we did the turtle punch. You want to pay attention to how the image is set in there. It makes it a little easier. Look at it first before you stamp, because I know from experience. I'm going to stamp this with the small end going up. And then I need two of them, so I'll wait. I just want to show you. See how when I paid attention, I've got it going in the right direction? Look at all these cute little... Okay, there's one. I'm going to do it again. Two strawberries. They're kind of tough, you know, sometimes when you've got like multiple like little images in here, it takes a little extra something to little hand muscle to get that squeeze. Sometimes, you know, we forget. It's a lot easier like if there was just one little image in there. Okay, I'm going to close up my Poppy Parade and bring out my Garden Green. Same thing, I'm going to pay attention to how it is in the punch. Let's see. Line it up. And then, oh my goodness, look what I did. I should have paid more attention and gotten a bigger scrap. This was done with the scrap also. Let's see if I can get this on there. Okay, I'm going to cut this off. I'm going to have to play with it a little bit. Let me bring in my scissors. Oh my goodness. I was doing so good with time too. Okay, oh, there, we got it. There we go. All right, close this baby up. I'm just going to take a little bit of glue and put the little green topper, we'll call it. Don't let it stick to your fingers. And we're almost there, girls. Okay, I'm gonna take my first little strawberry. Oop, make sure that little topper's on good. You know what? Let's see. This one I glued directly to my punched out labels. This one, I think I put a dimensional behind it just because I didn't want it to be wobbly. I kind of crisscrossed them. I do not know what's going on. It must be like the internet connection, girls, that's making it crazy like that. Oh, I can see. Needs a little bit of glue under there. Oh. And then just some rhinestones. These are our red rhinestone basic jewels. They were well loved this weekend. I'm so glad I had enough. Okay, I'm using 3. 1, 2, 3. So cute. I'm disappointed that I forgot to do the check embossing folder, but it's a sweet and simple card. I hope you liked them all. I've made like a little mess here. Hold on just a second. Thank you, everyone. Let me scoot back so you're not... Thank you, everyone. I appreciate you all tuning in. I know some of you girls were there at stamp class this weekend watching or making the cards, so it's always fun to see you come on during the live and support me. I greatly appreciate it. Like I said before, if you want to get your hands on a brand new catalog, I send them absolutely free. So contact me. And I will, if you're new, if you don't have a demonstrator, please contact me. If you do have a demonstrator, you want to contact her. And like I said, for the girls in the area, if you would like to pick up your catalog before the next stamp class, just give me a shout and we'll figure out a time to meet up. Have a wonderful week. We're going into a very busy week at Zion Lutheran. Thursday, we have services for Maundy Thursday at 11 and 7. And then on Good Friday, the same thing. We have service at 11 and 7. Both of those are very beautiful services. If you don't have a church, I would love to have you join me. And then on Easter Sunday, we actually have services at 6:30 a.m., 8 a.m., at 9. We have a potluck breakfast, which I'd love to see some of you there. That is at 9 to 9:30. At 9:30, my little kiddos, my Sunday school kids, they will have an adorable Easter program that is about, probably just 20, maybe 25 minutes long. And then after that, at 10 o'clock, it's a huge Easter egg hunt for the kids. Everyone from the community is welcome. And then 10:30, we have the last Easter service for the day. So it's busy. I am not sure next Sunday if I will have a Facebook Live. I'm leaning towards possibly doing it, maybe on Monday. So, but I'll keep you posted. God's blessings. Bye-bye.